If you're over 65, here's something you might not expect to hear. The nuts you eat, or don't eat, can have a huge impact on your health. Some nuts are like little powerhouses, packed with nutrients that strengthen your heart, sharpen your mind, and keep your bones strong. But others? They could be silently sabotaging your health, raising your blood pressure, inflaming your joints, even damaging your organs. Yes, you heard that right. Certain nuts that many seniors snack on every day could actually increase your risk of heart disease by up to 48%. That's not an opinion, it's backed by science. A study from the Journal of the American College of Cardiology found that some nuts trigger inflammation, raise blood pressure, and worsen memory loss over time. And if you're over 65, the risks are even greater. But don't worry. In this video, we're going to walk you through the 4 best nuts for seniors and the 4 worst. We'll explain what makes each nut good or bad for your body and help you make smarter choices that support your health. Stick around until the end to find out which nut, likely sitting in your pantry right now, you should never eat. Part 1. The 4 best nuts for people over 65. Let's start with the good news, the 4 nuts you absolutely should be eating. Number 4, almonds, the bone and heart booster. As we age, keeping our bones strong becomes more important than ever. One fall, one fracture, it can change everything. That's why almonds deserve a place in your daily diet. Almonds are loaded with calcium and vitamin E, 2 key nutrients for bone health. Just 1 cup of almonds gives you nearly 100 milligrams of calcium. It may not sound like much, but for older adults, every bit counts. Almonds also contain magnesium, which helps your body absorb and use calcium effectively. It also prevents calcium from building up in your arteries, a serious risk factor for heart disease. On top of all that, almonds are rich in monounsaturated fats, the kind that helps lower bad cholesterol. Heart health is something none of us can ignore, especially after 65, and almonds are a simple, natural way to help protect it. Let's not forget about digestion. Roughly 40% of seniors deal with constipation, and almonds, with their 3.5 grams of fiber per serving, can help keep things moving. And here's a bonus, almonds may protect your brain, too. Research from Tufts University suggests they help fight oxidative stress, a major factor in age-related memory decline. Want to get the most out of them? Eat them with the skin on. The skin is rich in flavonoids, which, when combined with vitamin E, supercharge the antioxidant effects. If chewing whole almonds is tough, go for sliced ones or try almond butter. Just make sure it's unsweetened. Number 3, walnuts, the brain's best friend. Have you ever noticed that walnuts look like tiny brains? Turns out, that's not just a fun coincidence. Walnuts are one of the best foods you can eat to support brain health. They're rich in plant-based omega-3s, specifically ALA, which helps maintain flexible, healthy brain cell membranes. This is critical for keeping those brain connections strong as you age. In one study, seniors who ate just over an ounce of walnuts every day for 8 weeks improved their mental processing speed and flexibility. That's not just impressive, it's hopeful. Walnuts are also packed with polyphenol, plant compounds that cross the blood-brain barrier and reduce inflammation. This may help slow down conditions like Alzheimer's and dementia. And here's something else, walnuts contain melatonin, the hormone that regulates sleep. As we age, our bodies make less of it. Eating a few walnuts before bed could help you fall asleep and stay asleep. They're also heart healthy, thanks to nutrients like arginine and more polyphenol. These help relax blood vessels and lower blood pressure, key benefits for anyone managing heart issues. Just remember to store your walnuts in the fridge. They spoil quickly when left out. And if you're up for it, crack them yourself. It's not only fresher, it's a great way to work your hand muscles and fine motor skills. Number 2, pistachios, the heart and eye hero. Pistachios might just be the most underrated nut out there. But they pack a serious punch, especially for heart and eye health. They're low in sodium but high in potassium, around 285 milligrams per serving. That combo helps your kidneys flush out extra salt. And for seniors, who tend to retain more sodium, that's a big win. Pistachios can even lower your blood pressure by 3 to 5 points. That's comparable to some medications, minus the side effects. But that's not all. Pistachios are also loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that protect your eyes from age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, which is the leading cause of vision loss in seniors. And here's a practical perk: pistachios are gentle on your teeth and gums. Unlike some harder nuts, they're easy to chew. Buying them in the shell also helps you slow down while snacking, so you're less likely to overeat. Aim for about 49 pistachios per day, or roughly 1 ounce. And always choose unsalted or lightly salted versions to keep your sodium in check. Number 1. Brazil nuts, the thyroid protector. Brazil nuts are kind of like a secret superfood, especially for your thyroid. Just one Brazil nut gives you more than your entire daily requirement of selenium. That's the mineral your thyroid needs to function properly. And as we age, our thyroid function can decline, leading to fatigue, weight gain, or depression. Brazil nuts help counter that. Selenium also protects your nerve cells, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain, key for staying sharp and focused. Brazil nuts also contain heart-healthy fats and fiber, which support digestion and cardiovascular health. But don't go overboard. Too much selenium can be toxic, so stick to just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day. It's a small daily habit that can make a big difference in your health. Part 2. The 4 worst nuts for seniors. Now that we've covered the best nuts, let's talk about the ones to avoid. These may seem innocent, or even healthy, but they can do more harm than good, especially if you're over 65. Number 4. Peanuts, the hidden dangers. Peanuts are everywhere. They're in candy, snack bars, trail mixes, but here's the truth: they may not be as healthy as you think. First, peanuts aren't even true nuts, they're legumes. And they're prone to contamination by aflatoxins, a toxic mold that can damage your liver and increase cancer risk. Seniors are more vulnerable because our bodies become less efficient at detoxifying harmful substances. Second, peanuts are high in omega-6 fatty acids. In small amounts, that's okay. But too much can trigger chronic inflammation, making arthritis and joint pain worse. On top of that, many peanut products are heavily processed, loaded with salt, sugar, and unhealthy oils. These can spike your blood pressure, clog your arteries, and contribute to weight gain. So while a peanut here and there won't hurt, it's best to avoid them as a daily snack, especially in processed form. Number 3. Cashews, the blood sugar and kidney stone risk. Cashews might taste great, but they're not always a great choice for older adults. They're high in carbohydrates and have a high glycemic index, meaning they can spike your blood sugar quickly. That's a big concern for the 1 in 4 seniors dealing with diabetes or prediabetes. Cashews are also high in oxalates, compounds that block calcium absorption and increase the risk of kidney stones. As we age, that risk climbs, and cashews can make it worse. Plus, many cashews are roasted with added oils and salt, which can raise blood pressure and strain your heart. If you love cashews, enjoy them occasionally. But they shouldn't be your go-to nut, especially if you're managing blood sugar, kidney, or heart issues. Number 2. Macadamia nuts, too rich for comfort. Macadamia nuts are creamy, delicious, and very high in calories and saturated fat. Just a small handful can pack in a big calorie load, which can sneakily lead to weight gain over time. For seniors trying to manage weight, diabetes, or heart conditions, this is something to be careful about. Macadamias are also dense and hard, making them tough on your teeth, especially if you have dental work or sensitive gums. Another concern? These rich nuts can upset your gallbladder, especially if you've had issues with gallstones. The high fat content can trigger painful flare-ups. So while macadamias can be enjoyed now and then, they're best kept as an occasional treat, not a daily snack. Number 1. Pine nuts, a risky choice for seniors. Pine nuts may seem harmless, but they can actually cause some strange and serious side effects. For one, They interfere with a wide range of medications, over 60% of common prescriptions. That can make your medications less effective or cause unexpected side effects. Even worse, some people develop what's called pine nut syndrome. It leaves a bitter metallic taste in your mouth that can last for weeks and often leads to a loss of appetite. That's a real concern for seniors who are already at higher risk for malnutrition. Pine nuts are also high in polyunsaturated fats, which can oxidize quickly and trigger inflammation in the body. If you're already dealing with joint pain or arthritis, pine nuts can make it worse. Because of all this, pine nuts just aren't worth the risk, especially if you're managing health conditions or taking daily medications. So if you're over 65, the nuts you eat or avoid can really make a difference in your daily life. They can affect your energy levels, your brain function, your sleep, digestion, bones, and even your long-term heart health. It's easy to think all nuts are healthy. But the truth is, not all of them are good for your body, especially as you age. Making a few small changes, like swapping peanuts for almonds or cutting back on cashews, can go a long way in supporting your well-being. So here's your action plan. Heavy check mark: add more almonds, walnuts, pistachios, and Brazil nuts to your diet. Heavy check mark: be cautious or avoid peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts. Heavy check mark: always choose unsalted, minimally processed options. Heavy check mark: and listen to your body. If a certain nut gives you discomfort or strange side effects, it's okay to let it go. Your health is worth protecting, and it's never too late to make smarter choices. Have you noticed a difference in your health from eating or avoiding certain nuts? Let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next health tip. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next one.